Okay, Annie has me. I have Annie in my guard here right now. There's a few options with my feet. If I leave it open, at least have my knees kind of here to kind of distance. So if she comes at me with a punch, I have my knees kind of right in there, that position, right? That's one option. The other option is my feet can go and lock in here. And what happens is if I can't pull her in because she's going to put the hands right on the waist or the belt side, this is good for Annie because you want to be out of range in case I push you, or punch you rather. And if she's pushing my belly down, when I sit up to grab her head and pull her into my guard, it's null and void, right? And if she's holding on my gi tightly or my belt tightly, and I want to try to pull her hands out, it's hard for me to do that. Go ahead and let go for a second. If I can get her hands out, then it's easier for me to do my strikes or pull her into my guard a little bit more and go for chokes or strikes if it's a street fight, right? But she has it secured. She has it nice and tight, so I'm not able to push the hands apart, right? And she's pushing me down on my stomach, so I'm not able to punch her or sit up and pull her in. So what I'm gonna do here is a different option. I'm just gonna, since I can't get her arms to unlock and she's creating that distance that keeps her safe, I'm gonna take my hands. If she has material to grab onto, I'm gonna grab onto that material, or I can cup it with the hands or do a combination of both. Then I'm gonna take my feet here and I'm gonna put them on the hips to start, and then I'm gonna slide it down a little bit down the thigh and knees, and then when I kick my legs that way to stretch her out, I'm also gonna pull forward on her hand. So it's gonna execute this way, and that got her down, right? If I can get my legs over, that's the next step. I wanna bring one leg over the shoulders. I'm gonna do it one at a time right now, just to get it. And I have her arms locked in place. She's gonna say tap when it hurts, but all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of lift my hip up and think about the pigeon stretch where I'm putting the knees toward each other, and I'm also pulling my arms out. So she'll tap, she taps there because I'm putting pressure against her elbow. Annie's counter is bend her elbows a little bit. Just bend your elbows a little bit. And this doesn't do anything. All I'm doing is she just feels my knees touching her head. I'm not going against her elbows themselves, even if I push this hand out. So her counter is to lock out the elbows. Her next counter will be, instead of focusing on the elbows, once she knows her elbow's safe, she can work her knees toward me. Keep working it all the way. Lift your body up and then push your hands back to my belly and lock them out. And now we're back to square one. So then I got to kind of start over in this drill, right? So I'm here. If she bends the elbows and it's just, I just don't quite have it, then I'm going to crisscross my arms. So I'm going to bring one over the other. And when I do that, basically I'm doing the elbow on this arm to be against it on the bottom arm. Then make sure the thumb's facing upward, and I'm gonna pull down, right? I can mummy it and lift up the hips and go against her own arm. I can bring the arm around, lift up. Just go easy on your partner. Same thing on the other side. Instead of me crossing this way, I can cross this way. You wanna have her bottom arm above the elbow. Here's her elbow here. I want it around the tricep. I don't want the hand here because it's just gonna bend. So I want to make sure her thumb is in the upward direction. And again, it's just a simple matter of leverage of pulling up and pulling down or coming across here. So just be easy not to dislocate your partner's elbow in that area.